Good day, good people, and welcome back to my channel. Now, today's video, I'm not going to hold you guys for that long, but there are some things that I want to get into. But before we get into all that, if you're not subscribed to this channel, hit that subscription button. Hit that notification button bell so that way you can be notified every time I'm dropping a video. Hit the like button, hit the share button, and as always, drop a comment in that comment section. Now, let's get to today's video. So as I said in today's video, I'm not going to hold you guys for that long, but there are some things that I want to get into when we're talking about Chrisean Rock, Jaidyn, and Blueface. Now, I want to say, it's not always something negative about these people in videos. And today is an example of that. Chrisean Rock is in some trouble, and she's going to be on probation for 4 years. That is troublesome, and I do have to announce that she does have that going. But on a better, brighter, bigger note, she has taken her son to church to get him, I think it's, I'm not sure if he's being baptized or Christian. I don't want to say it the wrong way, but she has taken him to church, and they are doing a special ceremony, because I don't want to say it wrong, but they are doing a special ceremony for this boy. And she has her family and some close friends on the stage with her. And I believe this is at the church that she had went to before, that's in her hometown. But this is good. She's got herself right with God and has, proclaimed him and has told us that she is one that got saved and stuff. And that's the way she is headed. And this is a beautiful, good way to start off, especially with your son. This is just a beautiful moment for her. And one other thing that I can add to this, when it comes to Blueface, he actually came out and made some tweets and said some nice things about Chrisean. Now, he did admit that Chrisean, he's not fearful, or he doesn't have any doubts in his mind if it's just Chrisean and the baby. He knows that Chrisean is a loving, caring person, and she just needs to work on her patience, is what he says. He says, but Chrisean with the baby, he doesn't have a problem with Chrisean and her, her being with the baby at all. He believes that she will totally take care and defend that child with everything in her. And he wants to give her the accolades and the flowers of doing this. He appreciates her taking the child to the church, and he said that he'd rather his child be around God-fearing Christian people and people who believe in God the same way that, he has the same beliefs, because he believes in God. So he was all kudos for this. And he also made a tweet about how people, always have something negative to say, even to him when he said something positive about her. But he was saying, the same way as he is saying positive things about her, in the same way that he says negative things when she does wrong, he wants her people to take more accountability, or at least tell her, like right now, you're doing wonderful, Chrisean. Yes, keep doing good. He says that when people do good and you keep telling them that they're doing good, that promotes them to try to do better things and to keep doing good things and not get caught up in the negative, which is true. But it does have to be in that person to want to continue to do the good. So I definitely get where he was trying to come at with this point. And I am hoping that the fans do see, I don't think that he wants to cause stress and put any, negativity. Now, I do think that he does troll a lot, and I don't think that he thinks that his trolling will go as hard or as serious as it does sometimes. And as we've seen, even, on a couple of interviews that they had in, a couple of months, before all this debacle started, you hear him saying, he's just a big joker, and you hear her getting upset sometimes in these interviews, like, you play too much. But to him, that's just how he is. So that's what's going to happen. But he is going to say positive things, and I've heard him say positive things about Chrisean Rock before in the past, even when he said negative things. So I know that he knows, that she has some good in her and stuff, and he needs to give her those flowers, especially while she's doing good, because she didn't have to go do this. She could have been doing whatever she wanted to do, because technically it's her, and it's been her, with this child. So she could have technically did whatever she wanted to do, but she wanted to go do something that was beautiful and positive and was on a good note. Now, one thing I want to say about Jaidyn. Now, Miss Karlissa came out And she got at Jaidyn Alexis and said, basically, you need to pipe down, you need to shut up, and don't disrespect Chrisean Rock and Blueface's child. Because when you were having your child, and I was cool with Chrisean Rock, I was telling Chrisean Rock, hey, don't talk about her. You need to be quiet and pipe down. Don't disrespect my baby, because that's my grandbaby. Now, regardless of what type of relationship that Miss Karlissa and Chrisean Rock may have right now, she has been going hard and been saying some positive stuff too. Now, granted, it may be her just saying positive stuff so that way she can see the child and get closer to the baby and get to actually see the child. But at the end of the day, I think that she is also realizing a lot of things. Like when she says things like, John put us in this situation. Okay, yes, it was John. Y'all told John to get away from her a minute ago, and John didn't listen to what you guys had to say. So now you guys are in this situation. And with her being positive, I think that that's definitely a good look, because look, you can't be negative, the whole freaking time. And now that there's a child involved, we have the next at least 18 years. But honestly, you're stuck for life with this person. But people always say, the 18 years or whatever, because that's when the child is technically, whatever. But anyways, I say it's for life. And technically, her going into this, the way that she's going into it right now, I'm hoping that she can stay positive and stay on this accord, because her telling Jaidyn Alexis to, hey, you need to pipe down was cool. Now, I get what Jaidyn Alexis is saying. Chrisean Rock did make statements about her children and stuff, but she's made those statements to Blueface, and Blueface has either had to check her or had just let the situation slide. So she really needs to take that up with him. But I can see where she was coming from when she was in her single days. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, you don't want anybody to say anything about your child. But at the end of the day, you guys already have so much turmoil going on. You already where you want to be, as you put in your tweet. You're back at home. You have Blueface right next to you. You have your two children. Like, you're making music now. You have a car, a brand new car. You have all of these new things and accolades. So I don't understand why even continue to even say something about Chrisean Rock. Like, just go ahead and let her be. Even if she says something about you, just be the bigger person. And honestly, just remember who has put you in the middle when it comes to Blueface and Chrisean Rock. It was Blueface. Blueface is the reason why you guys are in this big old mess. You know what I'm saying? So just as happy as you can be that he's right there next to you, just remember that he's the one who got it to where basically you feel like you have to fend for yourself and fight for, what's rightfully, or what you feel is rightfully yours. You know what I'm saying? But you don't have to go about it and be in a mean way about it. That's going against her and saying negative things about the child is not going to bring anybody any peace or any, it's not going to bring anything good to you, and it's just going to make people look at you a certain type of way. And you don't want nobody looking at you a certain type of way just because you let a bad moment, a bad couple of seconds, a bad hour or so. Because, when bad things happen to us, we have to remember, they don't last forever. They only last for a moment. You know what I'm saying? When you hear bad news, now that can't last for a while. But I'm saying, like, a lot of times, bad things that happen to us, or, when we hear bad things, people saying something bad about you or whatever, you almost got hit by a car or somebody almost sideswiped you or whatever, cut in front of you on the road, they only last for a couple of minutes to seconds. We have to learn how to just let things go. Be the bigger person. You don't want stress taking you out anyways. And when you have children, you have to think about the bigger picture. Do you really want to cause unnecessary stress to come to yourself and into your life and to make you look a certain type of way? Be the bigger person. Be like, bruh, she didn't heard about the situation. She know he got a kid with him, and she just continuing to do her. She knows that he's going to have to go. Be that person. And Chrisean Rock, just keep on doing what you're doing, glowing and growing and going with God, because that's going to be the biggest thing. And Blueface, keep being positive as much as you can, because that's going to help out both of the ladies who you are now tied to for life, especially with these children. Y'all drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think about all this, and I'm going to catch y'all on the next video respectfully.